Hey guys, I thought I would give you a quick tour of what it looks like when I'm studying. So basically, how I study is that I have a study list that I like to follow. So right now what I'm studying for is like our licensing exam in the province where I live. So it's just like the NCLEX, but it's a little bit different. And so what I've done is I've made a list of all the topics that I need to study. And then I make little squares to kind of give myself goals. So, I'd like to go over each topic twice, and I want to answer some questions on each topic. And so I've sort of just started studying for this, so I haven't covered too much ground yet, but I find that a study list is like really essential for me in terms of keeping me motivated and on track. So I like to kind of study in like a quiet and calm space. It helps me keep focused and concentrated. So what I'll usually do is I'll go through and I'll highlight the key points, and I'll maybe make some notes on the things that I find to be important, and I'll just kind of read through it. Sometimes I just read through it if it's stuff that's pretty intuitive and I don't feel like I really need to make notes on it. This is GI. I find GI to be pretty intuitive, so I don't really necessarily think that I'll make notes on this subject, but sometimes I will make notes. So for example, I'll show you what I mean. For like cardio, for example, which is like a little bit less intuitive and there's a lot of details. I mean, my writing is horrid, so forgive me for that, but I will make notes that are more detailed when it comes to cardio, and I'll give myself just writing it down honestly is helpful. And so I'll make notes like this, and then I can review my own notes later, so I don't have to read through the PowerPoints again, which I find are like information overload. So I'll just write down the more key stuff, but I end up writing down like 90% of it anyways, but it's just like sort of cathartic to just write it down. So I have a bunch of study stuff. I like to keep my pen sort of in order. And then this is a prep guide, sort of like an NCLEX prep guide. It's the same idea. And then this is another guide that sort of like tells us the basic interventions for each issue. And that's another thing that I'm using. And then I have this NCLEX review book, which I'm also using. So I've already read through this book basically cover to cover one time. And I've made, like, as you can see, a mess of it. I've basically made notes in the whole book of everything that was like really important, and my whole book is like highlighted, which some of you might be like horrified by, sorry. But a lot of my notes are based on this NCLEX book, but I still like to go back and check stuff when I'm not sure. And now I'm using a different system because I'm studying for a different exam. So I'll be using these notes that I got from like a course, and I'm going through system by system, and I'll probably study each system twice, answer questions on each system twice, and then I'll do some comprehensive questions to really be prepared for the exam as I can. So that's pretty much how I would prepare for an exam. For me personally, I find that having everything at my fingertips helps me, and also being extra prepared helps really reduce my anxiety before an exam. Hope that helps.